Tommy Valentine?
Oh! I was walking down the aisle, and the first thing I saw was the back of his head. It just jumped right out at me. I recognized that hair pattern on the back of his neck where his hair starts. You know, where it comes down to those two little points in the back, and it's darker than the rest. I always thought that was so sexy. And then later in the ceremony, I looked at him, and something about the way the light hit his face, I swear, it just broke my heart. And then, outside, I saw him talking to this total bitch in a navy blue linen dress with absolutely no back. I mean, you could almost see her butt. And he was smiling at her with that smile. That same smile that used to make me feel like I really meant something to him. And then it all came back, just bang. All those times I sat waiting for his phone call, me going out of my way to make things convenient for him, having to take a friggin' taxi cab to the Women's Health Center that day because it was so cold out my car wouldn't start. And then later, that awful, awful night, I sat outside his apartment building staring at Tracy's burgundy cutlass in the driveway, just wishing I was dead. I know. I started smoking cigarettes that night, and if I ever die of cancer, I swear it's going to be Tommy Valentine's fault. I feel like I am going crazy. My cousin George, he's a nurse. He says I am the perfect type to get some weird disease because I am so emotional.
You're not going crazy. You're just being really dramatic and self-indulgent.
Self-indulgent? You think I want to feel like this?
Nobody's making you.
All right, enough about me. More about my dress. Can you believe Tracy made us wear these things?
Yes.
Of course, I can't believe she asked me to be at her wedding.
I can't believe you accepted.
Oh, I didn't have any choice, Trisha. What was I going to say? Tracy, I don't think I can be in your wedding. Because you remember when I had that nervous breakdown my junior year of college? That's because your boyfriend knocked me up. And I had to have abortion all by myself while he was taking you to the Kappa Sig Luau. And things have been just a little, well, strained between you and me ever since.
Have you ever talked to her about that?
Oh, no. Neither one of us has ever mentioned it. And now, here she is, getting married to Scott McClure, the biggest piece of wet toast I ever saw in my life! Of course, I married Chuck Darby, the second biggest piece of wet toast I ever saw. All because I thought I wanted some stability. And there goes Tommy Valentine, getting ready to rip that little bitch's backless linen dress off her scrawny little body and screw her brains out. I wish I was her.
Oh, please, you do not.
Oh, yes I do. I am wearing over $100 worth of extremely uncomfortable lingerie. I bought at Victoria's Secret specifically for him to rip off of me.
You honestly thought you were going to sleep with Tommy Valentine today?
Sure, I mean, you remember page 67 of The Godfather.
I think your memories of him might be just a little rosy. I mean, it has been, what, almost 10 years?
3 months.
Excuse me? Oh, Georgianne, you better spill your guts to me right now.
I ran into him at this sleazy bar that only plays 50s and 60s music. I hate those places, but at least I'm not the oldest one there. We started flirting, and it was real sweet. It wasn't gross at all. I'm serious. It was sweet.
I'm so sure.
You were there.
I've been there. So then what happened?
Well, we closed down that bar. And then he asked if I wanted to go someplace where we could be alone. And I said, look, this is not a good idea. I'm married. I have a little boy. And once I said that, it's like I didn't have to worry about it. I had said it, so it was out of the way. And I just went nuts. And we ended up doing it in the parking lot. On the concrete, right behind a Dempsey dumpster.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Trisha, it was the best sex I ever had in my entire life. I will never, ever be able to smell garbage without thinking about it. So my memories of Tommy are pretty recent and pretty accurate, I think.
Yeah, but Georgianne, did he call you after that?
No.
Okay, so here's this guy who totally bagged out on his responsibility to you, left you to go through an abortion by yourself. 10 years later, he screws you in a parking lot and then he ignores you, and you still want him.
I can't help it. I love him.
Oh, that's not love. That's addiction.
Well, I'm sorry, but I hadn't had sex in over a year, and I wouldn't mind making a habit of it. Chuck and I don't sleep in the same bed anymore. He sleeps in the guest room.
Why?
I don't know.
You have some idea. You have to.
He doesn't talk to me, Trisha. It's like I'm not even there. I told Chuck about Tommy the next day. He just looked at me with this fish face. And then he said, you don't have to tell me everything you do.
Georgianne,
What can I do?
make Chuck talk to you. Make him go to a counselor.
No.
Do you want to save your marriage?
No, I don't. I never should have married him in the first place, just like you said. I don't love him. I don't even like him.
Y'all, am I bleeding?
How can I see?
Oh, I will be. I'm having one of those days where I can't seem to stop running into things. Did you ever have one of those? I'm usually a very graceful woman, but there's something about this dress. It makes me feel like Bigfoot. I just ran smack dab into a cabinet in the kitchen. Just walked right into it. Like there was a big magnet in that cabinet and there was a steel plate in my head. Come on! Oh, I will probably need stitches by the time this reception is over. I am terrified.